Hey guys, how you doing? For everyone that's new to this channel, I'm a German expat. I'm living in Shenzhen, China for a couple of years, and we sell a bunch of products on Amazon. We do all kinds of e-commerce things, but we source all our products in China. In fact, we even source products for our clients here in China. So I wanted to talk to you about the effect of the coronavirus, the reason why I have to wear this mask. I wanted to take it off to do the video, but there are security guys here and they said I have to put it on. So China is taking it very, very, very seriously when it comes to the virus. And I just wanted to talk to you about today how that actually affects your Amazon FBA business, how that affects your import business or anything really related to China. And some of the things are not very, very clear. So I'm going to talk a little bit about how the life is affected here in China. Obviously, you can see a little bit of that. I think a lot of effects here that we feel, things that we go through that you might not know. There's basically stand today, but things change daily, right? So for now, I would even say everything is okay. The only thing that makes a little bit of a headache is the time when the factories go back to work, right? Because we just went through Chinese New Year, so all of the factories are supposed to come back to work on February 3rd. But because the virus is going on, the government put a restriction on that and said, no guys, you can only come back to work at February 10th. And that's for everyone, like everyone except like, big chains, McDonald's, Starbucks, all of those. Some of those are open, like all the factories, all the offices, everything's closed. What that means for you is that you gotta wait a little bit longer until you reach your factory again, until you can reorder, until you can continue work with factory or find new suppliers. If you're wondering why you can't find suppliers, why you can't find product, why no one is answering you for 4 weeks already, that's why. Like first it's Chinese New Year, now the virus is going on. So there are something that could happen though. Some people speak about quality going down in the factories because all the people that are stuck in Wuhan or in the province can't come back to work. I don't see that as a possibility at all. Like all the people that are stuck, just because a portion of the people can't come back to the factory, even if they have to hire new people, the quality won't change. They hire new people all the time. They hire new people after Chinese New Year anyway. Like people change after their companies after Chinese New Year anyway. So there's no way quality will be affected. The people come and go in the factories here in China. That's a very, very common thing. Has nothing to do with the quality, even if they have to get new people in. But to be honest, they won't, because it's not, the Wild West here anymore. There are employment laws. They can't just say, okay, because you can't come back to work, I fire you. Like, you're out. That's not going to happen. So don't worry about your quality. The only thing really is lead times. Like, any of you guys that order in the provinces around, in the province of, around Wuhan, you might have a problem with with your factory being able to deliver, because no one goes in, no one goes out. Overall, I have to say though, you won't be much affected. If your factory is not in Hubei, you won't see the effect. That can change though, so make sure to subscribe to this channel so I can keep you updated. Why can that change? There's one thing that's very, very untypical for China, is to take all workers off longer than the holiday. That's a very untypical thing. And this could extend. In Hong Kong, the school's already off for longer. So the first time they extended was to 10th. The second time they extended was to 17th. And now they're only going to be going back to school in March. Right, so that's the thing that's happening right now in Hong Kong. On mainland China, so everywhere else, that didn't happen. Right, so for now, everyone's supposed to go back to work, to school at 10th. So February 10th, everything should be back to normal. And then you can start reaching out to the factories again. Our life will still be affected in China. But I don't think it has a big impact on your FBA business. If you're shipping by sea, if your factory is located at the coast, no problem at all. As long as your shipments don't have to cross through the country to get to the ports, there's no problem. That's the only thing that it's really the Hubei province that takes the biggest toll on everything. So if you're not in the Hubei province, you're fine. Like, don't worry about it. There's so many rumors going around, but the problem is that most people have no idea what's really going on because no one's really here. Usually it's crowded here of people. It's a very nice Bay Area. Usually it's crowded here of people. Now you don't see anyone. Supermarkets are getting a little bit empty. Not of people. Supermarkets are full of people, but not full of food anymore. So you see a little bit that, you know, the supply chains have a little bit of a problem. You know, you have temperature controls when you go into the metro stations. People control, you know, people have little heat guns and they check your temperature and all of that. So China is doing an extremely strict and great job trying to contain that. And I think if it, you know, if it wouldn't be a big deal, they wouldn't go through all of this length in doing that and trying to contain it. Certainly the world is reacting, but for now the world is only reacting to people traveling, you know, flights getting cancelled, countries banning, you know, visitors from that came from China, all of that stuff. For your goods, there's no effect on it. It's right now what you're experiencing is just a little bit of an extended Chinese New Year. It's the thing that you have every year. So 2 weeks before Chinese New Year, you already struggle to get quotations. Up to 2 weeks after Chinese New Year, you know, everything starts to go back to normal. But that still takes some time. So don't worry about it. Just wait it out a little bit. Wait until 10th if you can reach your factory. If you can't reach them on 10th, try on 14th. Give them a few days. You know, we're just getting back into it. They're gonna be overflown with inquiries and questions from customers. So don't worry if they take a little bit longer to come back to you. That's really all I wanted to talk to you about today. Make sure to subscribe to this channel if you want to learn about sourcing your product in China, finding a supplier in China, or generally, you know, how the whole e-commerce thing works. Check out the links in the description and leave me a comment with your questions about the virus anytime. Tomorrow I'm going to drop a little video where one of my consulting clients interviewed me a little bit about the coronavirus and how we're affected here in China. So if you're interested in that, make sure to subscribe, and for any updates also hit that subscribe button right now, and I'll catch you in a video.